Hello students, in today's video we are going to see about the Mauryas and Chandragupta Maurya. The Mauryan Empire was the first great empire in India. The time period of the Mauryan Empire was from 324 to 180 BC. It was the first great empire in India, and a number of small kingdoms in India were united and brought under a single rule with the coming of the Mauryas. There were many small kingdoms in India which were not united, but once when the Mauryan rule came, these small kingdoms were united and they were brought under a single rule. India thus achieved a kind of political unity. Mauryas brought uniform administration which continued for several years. The founder of this dynasty was Chandragupta Maurya. So the founder of Mauryan Dynasty was Chandragupta Maurya. Pataliputra was their capital and their royal emblem was Dharma Chakra. So the Mauryan Dynasty time period is from 324 to 180 BC. Mauryan Empire was the first great empire in India. A number of small kingdoms were united and brought under the single rule of Mauryas, and India achieved a kind of political unity after the establishment of Mauryan Empire. Mauryas brought uniform administration which later continued for several years. Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of the dynasty and their capital was Pataliputra. Their royal emblem was Dharma Chakra. Now let us see about the origin of the Mauryas, or origin of basically the theories about Chandragupta Maurya. There are many theories existing regarding the origin of Chandragupta Maurya, or it is regarding the establishment of the empire. So first theory is Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa called Chandragupta Maurya as Mayura Sutta. So, in a book called as Mudra Rakshasa, written by Vishakadatta, it is said about Chandragupta Maurya as Mayura Sutta. In the next theory, according to Jain literature, he belongs to a tribe of Mayura Poshaka, that is peacock tamers. So, according to Jain literature, Chandragupta Maurya belonged to a tribe of Mayura Poshaka, or peacock tamers, those who take care of peacocks. Chandragupta Maurya is believed to have belonged to the tribe of peacock tamers. According to the third theory, the word Maurya is derived from Mura, who was a concubine of Nanda king of Magadha. So another theory was the word Maurya is derived from Mura. Mura was believed to be a concubine of Nanda king of Magadha. Another theory is, according to Buddhist literature, Mahavamsha, it is believed that he belonged to Kshatriya clan known as Maurya. According to Buddhist literature, Mahavamsha, it is believed that Chandragupta belonged to a Kshatriya clan called as Maurya. And this was the theory which was accepted by many historians. So about the origin of Chandragupta Maurya, we have many theories. According to Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa, it calls Chandragupta Maurya as Mayura Sutta. According to Jain literature, he belonged to a tribe of Mayura Poshaka or peacock tamers. The third belief was the word Maurya is derived from Mura, who was believed to be a concubine of Nanda king of Magadha. And the most accepted theory by the historians was, according to Buddhist literature Mahavamsha, it said that Chandragupta was of Kshatriya clan known as Maurya. So all these were the theories regarding the origin. Now let us see what were the important sources from which we get information about the history of Mauryas. The most important sources are Arthashastra written by Kautilya, Indica of Megasthenes, Mudra Rakshasa of Vishakadatta, Ashokan edicts, monuments, and Ceylonese chronicles Deepavamsha and Mahavamsha. All these sources give information about the history of Mauryas. So the important sources which tell us about the history of Mauryas are Arthashastra of Kautilya, Indica of Megasthenes, Mudra Rakshasa of Vishakadatta, Ashokan edicts, monuments and Ceylonese chronicles, Deepavamsha and Mahavamsha. Next, let us see in detail about Chandragupta Maurya, 324 to 300 BC. Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of the Mauryan Dynasty. As already we have studied, he was the founder of Mauryan Dynasty. He was taken care by Chanakya, a Brahmin of Takshashila. Because Chandragupta had lost his father, he was taken away by Chanakya, and Chanakya was a Brahmin of Takshashila. Chandragupta was given good education, and Chanakya helped Chandragupta Maurya in the establishment of the empire. Chanakya or Kautilya had a very important role in helping Chandragupta Maurya in the establishment of the empire. So first, let us see about his main conquest. First is conquest of Punjab and Magadha. Chandragupta built a strong army under the guidance of Chanakya. As we have already seen, Chanakya was a person who helped Chandragupta Maurya in the establishment of the empire. So with his help, Chandragupta had built a strong army. He defeated the rulers of Punjab and captured it. The first rulers whom he defeated was the rulers of Punjab, and he captured it. After that, he marched against Magadha. He killed the last ruler of Nandas, Dhanananda, and thus he laid the foundation of the Mauryan Empire. So the foundation of the Mauryan Empire was established by Chandragupta Maurya by conquering Punjab and Magadha. That is the importance of conquest of Punjab and Magadha. So Chandragupta Maurya, he was a founder of Mauryan Dynasty. He lost his father and was taken care by Chanakya, a Brahmin of Takshashila. He was given good education, and Chanakya helped Chandragupta Maurya in the establishment of the empire. Chandragupta built a strong army under the guidance of Chanakya, and he defeated the rulers of Punjab and captured it. After conquering Punjab, he marched against Magadha. He killed the last ruler of Nandas, Dhanananda, and thus he laid the foundation of the Mauryan Empire. Next is war with Seleucus. Alexander had established control over northwest part of India. So already Alexander, the Greek ruler, had established control over northwestern part of India. He nominated his representatives to rule over them. So Alexander had already established his control over northwestern part of India, and he nominated his representatives to rule over them. Chandragupta defeated them and he conquered the territories. So already Punjab was conquered, Magadha was conquered, and now Chandragupta defeated these representatives of Alexander and he conquered the territories, that is northwestern part of India. After the death of Alexander, Seleucus became the master of Greek Empire over Central Asia. So after Alexander's death, the next person who became the master was Seleucus. He reached India to conquer Alexander's Indian possession. So already Alexander's Indian possession was conquered by Chandragupta Maurya, and after Alexander's death, Seleucus came, and now Seleucus wanted to reconquer all the Indian possession of Alexander. So for that purpose, Seleucus reached India in 305 BC. He wanted to reconquer Alexander's Indian possession. But Chandragupta defeated Seleucus. And finally, Seleucus had to conclude a treaty with Chandragupta Maurya. Seleucus gave Chandragupta Maurya a large territory. Because he was defeated, he gave Chandragupta Maurya a large territory including Kabul, Afghanistan, Kandahar and Baluchistan. So all these areas now came under the control of Chandragupta Maurya. So Alexander had established control over northwestern part of India. He nominated his representative to rule over them. Chandragupta defeated them and he conquered the territories. After the death of Alexander, Seleucus was the master of Greek Empire over Central Asia, and he wanted to reconquer Alexander's Indian possession, and for this purpose Seleucus reached India in 305 BC. But Chandragupta Maurya defeated Seleucus also, and Seleucus had to conclude a treaty with Chandragupta Maurya. Seleucus gave Chandragupta a large territory, including places like Kabul, Afghanistan, Kandahar and Balochistan. And now Chandragupta Maurya's empire started expanding. First Punjab, Magadha, northwestern part of India, and he also got places like Kabul, Afghanistan, Kandahar and Balochistan. And thus the Mauryan empire started expanding. He also gave his daughter in marriage to Chandragupta Maurya. Now Seleucus gave his daughter in marriage to Chandragupta Maurya. Already he signed a treaty, he gave many territories to Chandragupta, and he also gave his daughter in marriage to Chandragupta Maurya. In return, Chandragupta presented Seleucus with 500 well-trained elephants. Finally, a friendly relation was maintained with the Mauryas. So, finally the fight ended and a friendly relation was maintained with the Mauryas. Megasthenes was sent as an ambassador to Pataliputra by Seleucus. Seleucus sent Megasthenes as a Greek ambassador to Pataliputra. Pataliputra was the capital. So Megasthenes was sent as an ambassador. Chandragupta undertook many other military conquests and established a large empire. Other than these, Chandragupta undertook many other military conquests and he established a very large empire. According to the Jain tradition, Chandragupta abdicated the throne and embraced Jainism in the last days of his reign. In the last days of his rule, Chandragupta gave up his throne and he embraced Jainism. That it is according to the Jain tradition, Chandragupta gave up his throne and he embraced Jainism. And he embraced Jainism because of the influence of a Jain scholar, Bhadrabahu. His last days were spent at Shravanabelagola in Karnataka. So after the war with Seleucus, Chandragupta defeated Seleucus. A treaty was signed between them, and as a result of this, a large territory was given by Seleucus to Chandragupta, and Seleucus even gave his daughter in marriage to him. In return, Chandragupta presented Seleucus with 500 trained elephants, and Seleucus later maintained a very friendly relation with Mauryas. He also sent Megasthenes as an ambassador to Pataliputra. Chandragupta undertook many other military conquests and established a large empire. According to Jain tradition, he gave up his throne and embraced Jainism in the last days of his reign or his rule. He was influenced by the Jain scholar Bhadrabahu, and his last days were spent at Shravanabelagola in Karnataka. He died by performing Sallekhana in 300 BC. That is, Chandragupta, his last days was spent at Shravanabelagola in Karnataka, and he died by performing Sallekhana. Sallekhana is voluntarily fasting unto death. That is, voluntarily not eating anything and fasting till your death. That is called as Sallekhana. It is a kind of self-torture. So he died by performing Sallekhana in 300 BC. The hill on which he stayed is known as Chandragiri Hills, and the temple built by him is Chandragupta Basadi. So the final days of Chandragupta, he gave up his throne and he gave up his position and he embraced Jainism. This was under the influence of a Jain scholar, Bhadrabahu, and Chandragupta spent his last days at Shravanabelagola in Karnataka, and there he died by performing Sallekhana in 300 BC. The hill on which he stayed is known as Chandragiri Hills, and the temple built by him is called as Chandragupta Basadi. So in today's video, we have studied about the origin of Mauryas, the theories related to Chandragupta Maurya. Then we have learned about how Chandragupta Maurya expanded his empire, the war with Punjab, the war with Magadha, and what happened in the war with Seleucus. So I hope you have understood all the points clearly. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask in the comment section. And if you like the video and if you feel it is helpful, please do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. I hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you for watching.